Welcome back to the Pain Game, and Conor McGregor has been caught on camera punching a man in a nightclub in Ibiza. Remember when this used to be like, ooh, you know what I mean? And now it's just like, yeah, Saturday night though, innit? What do you want from him? He's out, isn't he? Is he not allowed a night out? Sorry, I'm a bit late on this. I was in Saudi Arabia doing the press conference for Canelo versus Crawford, two fighters who are actually behaving like fighters and, fighting in a boxing ring. What a novelty that is. But roll the clip. So Conor is leaning over to talk to this guy and he whacks him twice. The first one didn't drop him. The second one seems to have stumbled him. Maybe it dropped him. It was hard to see because there's that many people around. You can see here, the guy's just taking a drink. They're talking. I don't even think he's talking. Actually, McGregor is talking to him. He's not even talking before he whacks him. And look, maybe, just maybe, the guy was being a dickhead to McGregor. When you're a celebrity and you're on a night out, people with full of drink, they sometimes need a slap, right? I know from personal experience, not admitting to anything, just to be clear. However, it does look like it's the McGregor doing the talking before he hits him there. And we just don't know who this guy is, right? He could be a dick, he could be a nice guy. But we do know, after Googling it, is Conor McGregor in the last sort of 6-7 years has been accused of about 10 to 12 crimes. So if we're going on track record, it's not looking good for Conor, right? It's not looking like he was innocent in this, is it? I mean, that doesn't look like self-defense to me, to be honest. But like, again, McGregor's his own worst enemy because we've seen so much shit from him over the years that you kind of just now think, aye, guilty, innit? And before I even talk about the punch, there's a part of me that's just like, why are you at like 5, 6 in the morning in a nightclub in Ibiza? You're in your late 30s. You've got a family. Like, what are you doing? I remember being in my 20s and you'd see blokes in their late 30s in the nightclub and you think, what the fuck are you doing here, grandpa? Like, even though it's not that old, it's still, you look like a fucking loser in a nightclub at that age. Especially when you've got a bunch of kids and a family to look after. Like, what interest could you have of hanging around a bunch of young people doing a load of gear and all of that? It's just sad, man. And it's time to grow the fuck up. Regardless of the punch, it's time to grow up, man. It just smacks the desperation of clinging on to your younger years, man. And it's time to let go. Now, as for the punch, apparently some people are claiming it was self-defense. People from McGregor's team, a guy went on the Jesse on Fire podcast, shout out to Jesse, and gave their side of the story as to how this happened.
So obviously Conor's over in Ibiza. He's over there with his family and a bunch of friends partying on his yacht, having a great time. The guy's a workhorse. He's got 50 million different businesses. So from time and time again, when the weather's great, he gets out, goes over to Ibiza to have a good time. He was in this very famous club over there in a VIP section. You guys saw what happened on the video. So let me explain it in a little bit of context that will maybe open your eyes a little bit more. The guy that Conor hit was not from Ibiza and he was not from Spain. The guy that he hit was actually from Dublin. Now, if you know what these people in Dublin are like, they either love Conor or they hate Conor. This guy obviously hated Conor.
I agree with him about the love Conor or hate Conor. Everyone I've met who's Irish is very much either 100% love him or hate him. To say he obviously hated Conor hit him. He didn't hit Conor. So I don't think it's obvious, for a start, that the guy hated Conor. Maybe he did. Maybe he was being a cheeky bastard. I'm just saying, I don't think it's obvious that he hated Conor.
What you saw in the video was Conor just smacking him. You didn't see what the lead up to that was. This guy had been approaching Conor throughout the night, numerous times. And when I say approaching him, squaring up to him, mouthing off, talking shit, Conor was just laughing it off.
Conor famously is very lighthearted when people square up to him. I'll take that with a pinch of salt, but let's say, because apparently this was not caught on camera, this bit.
He's awesome to those guys. He'll take 1 million photos. He'll sign 1 million autographs. Conor's really gracious when it comes to his fan base. This guy had obviously had a few drinks. Now, mind you, this was 5:30 in the morning, probably coming to the end of the night, where Conor had a few drinks with his boys, as they can and as they should. What happened is, previous to that video, as they started filming, and you can't actually quite see it because it's a little bit dark and the guy's hands are hidden, you can see he walks up to Conor with his face down like that, looking very aggressive. And then what had happened was he flinched at Conor with a bottle, meaning he went like this, like he was going to hit Conor or smash the bottle in Conor's face. Conor reacted out of pure reaction and self-defense, and bang, cracked the guy.
Let's take another look at the footage, because apparently the guy flinches with a bottle, and the reason Conor hits him is because of that. The guy's got the bottle in his mouth. We've just seen him take a swig of it there, okay? Nah. There's no... The guy doesn't fucking move, man. He's just sitting there like... He's not fucking moving. Takes a swig of the drink. He's not moving. He's just, no. There's no fucking flinch at all from them. I'm not saying that this guy is a liar, because he's clearly been told this information from Conor's team or whatever, and he's relaying it. He obviously just believes what he's being told. But when you watch the video, this whole thing of it's dark in there, no, the guy doesn't move. He's just literally like, boom. Like, there isn't none of that in there. He just got sucker punched 1,000,000%, twice.
Conor reacted out of pure reaction and self-defense, and bang, cracked the guy. Didn't knock him out. He could have if he wanted to. He just gave him 2 how you goings right in the face, and then the guy was taken away.
Are we insinuating here that Conor McGregor looked at him and thought, I'm going to hit you just hard enough to stun you, but not enough to knock you out? For 5:30 in the morning in Ibiza, he calculated that whole thing just to make sure I hit him just enough to stun him, but not hard enough to knock him out. But I could if I wanted to. I don't know, man. It's just, it's hard to believe right now. This is getting more and more far-fetched the more I listen to. He absolutely hit him once and he was still there, so he hit him again to hurt him even more. That's very obvious to me. Again, the guy might have been a dickhead. I've not a problem with that. Sometimes people deserve a fucking smack, right? I've seen it myself. But this whole thing about he was trying to bottle McGregor and McGregor reacted in self-defense, it looks like absolute nonsense so far. I'll give him more time to see if there's anything else he says that aligns with the video. And now, a word from our sponsors. Let's be honest, lads, a lot of what's in your wardrobe right now probably doesn't fit right. It's not that comfortable, and you need to do something about it. And that is where today's sponsor, True Classic, will save the day. You see, their mission is to make sure that lads like me and you can feel good, look good, without having to break the bank. And they've nailed it. The fit, the feel, the price across your entire wardrobe, and not just tees, but hoodies, jeans, activewear, everything you need to level up your everyday style. And with 4 million happy customers and 200,000 positive reviews, you know they're going to take good care of you. I've been wearing True Classic for a while now, and you can feel the difference, right? The quality of the material on the skin feels great, and also the fit for me is perfect. It's a bit tighter up top, a little bit looser as it goes down. Perfect for most lads out there. And all of True Classic's ultra comfortable, perfect fitting essentials come with 100% perfect fit guarantee and super easy returns. So if you want to upgrade your wardrobe, you know what to do. Hit the link in the description below. Go to trueclassic.com/paingame and level up your wardrobe today. Big thanks to them for sorting out our wardrobes, but for now, enjoy the video.
If you're going to walk up to any kind of professional martial artist, sportsman, or anyone and talk smack and get aggressive and think that you're going to do something, then you've got to be able to accept the consequences that are going to come with it.
That is absolutely true, especially if what he said was true, that the guy flinched with the bottle. You punch first, ask questions later if someone does that to you. Not a problem with that. That isn't really what we've seen in the video.
Especially with someone like Conor. If you're going to threaten to hit him with the bottle, mouth off and call him names and staunch up and keep coming back and back and back and trying to egg the guy and bait the guy, then you've got to accept what's going to happen. He's lucky he didn't get a lot more than that.
The problem with this is, it's the second time Conor McGregor has been caught on camera punching someone who, from the footage I've seen, looked utterly defenseless and utterly unprepared for a professional fighter punching him in the face. As much as sometimes people are asking for it, like I say, if they're being confrontational, he didn't look confrontational. Neither did the old man in Ireland. He just looked like he rejected a drink or whatever. And it gets to a point where when you're trying to be taken seriously, when you're talking about politics and stuff like that, this is where you shoot yourself in the foot. And look, he probably doesn't give a fuck. And fair play on one level, but you also have to think about, if you keep playing this game that you're playing when you're not thinking of any consequences and you're just gambling and gambling and gambling. And look, 12 accusations in the last fucking 6-7 years. Like, he is not thinking about long-term consequences, especially when he's drunk. I think that's obvious. You just wonder for Conor McGregor's future, because as much as I've said things about him, it just would be sad if it all ended really horribly for him. And I can't help but have this feeling that he might end up making a massive mistake along the road and really hurt someone and do fucking serious fucking jail time for it. And he needs to start thinking about his kids and his family and putting himself in positions whereby, yeah, there's arseholes on nights out, but you're putting yourself on those nights out at 5:30 in the morning at nightclubs when a man of your stature, in terms of the amount of money you've made and your age, doesn't need to be there. Like, most celebrities, they're quite recluses, right? They don't want to put themselves in that situation because this is the sort of shit that can happen. And he just needs to start thinking, because he's a fucking trained fighter. It's happened before where a trained fighter has had a street fight with a normal guy and they've killed him without even fucking meaning to. Could easily happen. Especially when someone's hands by the side, bosh, head goes fucking cracking on the pavement or whatever, it could happen. Now, just as I'm recording this video, they've obviously released some pictures of McGregor enjoying his time in Ibiza. Here he is on his yacht, looking hungover as fuck. Here he is with Katie Price, who is... It's a sad story, isn't it? Let's be real here. She used to be a pretty woman, and I don't even know if I had hair on my balls when that was the case, so that tells you a lot about... It's been a rough ride. And then this picture came out of Conor McGregor alongside Wayne Lineker, who's sort of like the dirty old man who owns a lot of nightclubs in Ibiza. And he's spoken out because apparently Wayne Lineker knows the guy McGregor hit. Wayne Lineker reveals victim hit by Conor McGregor in Ibiza nightclub and praises him for taking punches like a champion while slamming the MMA fighter. The man allegedly punched by, well, someone was punched. We know that wasn't alleged. By former UFC fighter Conor McGregor in Ibiza was identified by club mogul Wayne Lineker has his close friend and employee, Joe Gomez. You mean to tell me, Wayne Lineker, hey, good to have you. Hey, help yourself. Do what you want. Enjoy yourself. I mean, you shouldn't have really said that to him because for him, that means I can punch any of your employees. So Wayne said that it was his very close friend who'd worked at Ocean for 8 years. He is the most special heart. And in all of the years that I've known him, he has never raised his voice once. Apparently, he was threatening to bottle Conor McGregor, and McGregor was just defending himself. So this is interesting. The entrepreneur Lineker said that Gomez took 2 punches from Conor McGregor in Pasha for absolutely no reason. To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. I mean, is it possible that the guy who was defending McGregor was just hearing a whole load of bollocks from McGregor's team, and McGregor actually was just being a bully and just wanted to flex and punch someone just because he can, because he's Conor McGregor? It feels possible. Yeah, it does. A friend of the victim has said Joe has not said anything about pressing charges or making a formal complaint to the police. He had some time off book after the incident anyway, but Wayne has been very good at handling it. Wayne Lineker doesn't want his mate to press charges and cause issues because that's bad for business. So he's going to lean on him and try and make sure that this goes under the rug and nothing ever comes of it. The fact that he said he's never raised his voice at anyone in all of the time he's known him working in nightclubs, which is a place where people generally will have raised voices every now and then. It paints the picture of someone who is not the type to try and threaten to bottle someone. I mean, look, the footage was contradicting that immediately, but these words of Wayne Lineker really contradict it. And it comes back to him being a professional fighter and having the ability to hurt a man, especially an unsuspecting person who isn't bracing for impact, to a point where that guy, something very bad could have happened there. And it's just like, well, never mind. It's just Conor McGregor being Conor McGregor. And at some point, that's going to come back to bite him in the arse big time. It already has, let's be honest. But the fact that he's in his late 30s still behaving like a kid in his early 20s, not only is it sad, it's something that you can only do so often before you end up behind bars. And look, we've all been in bar fights, especially in my early 20s, but there comes a time where you have to go, and how can you be asked to do that these days? Seriously, mate. 5:30 in the morning in the middle of a fucking nightclub in Ibiza. Is this really is that the life you want? For some people it is. They can't let it go. But nothing good ever came out of going into a nightclub. Pretty much. Especially when you've got a track record like him. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, whose side of the story do you believe? Do you believe Team McGregor's? Or do you believe what the nightclub owner will? I never thought I'd say that as a comparison. Like, I mean, fuck me. Pick your poison. But who do you believe in this story? Do you think McGregor was just defending his... And he also put a tweet out about, you'll never say anything bad about Ireland. Never. And I'm like, is that why you hit him? Is it because he said something about Ireland? Fucking hell, mate. Let us know who you believe in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the Pain Game YouTube channel. I'll see you on the next one.